Hi everyone, welcome back. So let's try again with a couple of little miniatures. You can see I'm laying down kind of a bright yellow. I tend to mix everything on the paper. The reason I do this is I don't use a huge amount of water, and as these are only small, I have a lot of time to work with them while they're still wet, even though the paper is dry when I start with. So I love these vibrant orange, yellow and red sunsets. They're just so beautiful. And to be honest, I don't paint a huge amount with orange, reds and yellows, because it seems to be the darker colours that I'm more drawn to, the stronger colours, the deep blues and the deep greens. But I can see that these are quite beautiful, and I love how the gold pops on the backgrounds of these. You can see I'm using a dagger brush. It's actually a travel brush. I got it from Rosemary & Co brushes. They're based in the UK, and this is the brush that I have been picking up mostly when I'm doing my miniatures lately. And the reason for that is that I can make quite wide washes with them, but it has such a fantastic point at the end, and I don't think it's a pure sable brush, to be honest. I think it's a blend, and I am usually a sable brush person all the way. I love how much water it takes, I love how much pigment it takes, but this blended brush, which I'm pretty sure it is, you'll have to double check for me, is just fantastic. It holds the perfect amount of water, the perfect amount of paint for me. You can see a lot of the times with my washes, I tend to go over and over the picture again. Honestly, sometimes this doesn't work for me because I change the colour, and many times I would have preferred the colour I had before. I don't really learn from my mistakes too much, because a lot of the time this painting process that I go through, it's something quite relaxing for me, and if it's a mistake and it ends up terrible, which it really doesn't, sometimes you can just get another piece of paper and start again. It's not a big deal. I really have been pushing and experimenting with very distinct skylines, pushing the sky right to the back by using light colours. And I find the secret is to make the foreground, the one that's closest to you, as dark as possible in whatever colour that matches the colour palette that you're going for in that painting. I am someone who doesn't like pastels very much. I don't like weaker colours. I don't know what else to call them. I am very much a deep, vibrant, saturated kind of colour person. I think that's a personality thing too. So I like it when there's some really dark colours right at the start. All my materials are listed below in the description. I only use Fabriano Artistico paper now, and the reason for that, I've used so many papers over the years, and this one is the one that seemed to work the best for me, and that's the only way I can recommend it. My painting style, it has changed a lot, but this is the paper that always makes the pictures feel like they did a lot of the work on their own. And what I mean by that is I feel like whenever I put down a wash of colour, the blends seem to be very even and the pigment gets dispersed really easily. So you can see here I'm adding the abstract details. And what those details do is they just give it that point of difference that I really like in something that's more traditional looking. And what I like about these details is that it can only be seen in some light. So if you're looking at it from one direction, there's like a faint, subtle hint that there's something there. But if you're looking at it from another angle where the light is really hitting it, then that glittery colour just pops like crazy. It's beautiful.